Hey guys, Joe here. I wanted to take a couple minutes and show you a pretty cool program that I found. It shouldn't take too long. Program's called Boardbuilder. It's available on Discovery Education, and I'm starting from the beginning to show you exactly how easy it is. I was at the county website, as you can see. Click on Employee so I can log in, and I'm not quite. Let's see, log in. I don't know if you guys can see. Okay, and obviously, you're familiar with all this so far. This is where my learning tools, I have it on one of the tiles. I go down to Discovery Education, click that. Doesn't matter how you're going to get to Discovery Education. And once you're there, sorry about that, you're going to go right here to Builders Tools. Under that Builders Tools, you have Assignment Builder, Quiz Builder, Writing Prompt Builder. I've looked a little bit into these. They seem pretty cool, but haven't looked too much further than just the top layer. Once you click Boardbuilder, you're going to get to this page, which these are my boards down here with things that are already been built. This is where you're going to start by building a board. You have a blank template, ocean-based, history, and notebook. Basically what this is, you have 4 templates that are going to hold all your media content. You get to move some of your things around. I'm going to try history right now. This does not mean I'm going to teach a history lesson. As a matter of fact, I'm going to be doing area this week, so let me just title it area, and I will put area lesson 1.0. I may change it later, that's why I do the 1.0. You're going to come up, this is in my content, add. You'll see there was school content and district content. I believe you can access some of that stuff. As you can see, the board popped right up. I like to delete some of these things right away because I can add them later. It just gets a little difficult to shuffle these things around, so come in here and kind of start with a blank board. Title is area. Over to the right, you can make it larger, change the background if you like. I like that one, so I'm going to stick with it. One of the pretty neat things about this is you can set up your lesson plan according to our current evaluation system if you like, making sure you cover all your bases. You might want to start with the big idea. Go ahead and place that in there. Let's say students will learn how to calculate area. Obviously, you can highlight it and bold it, make it bigger, put it in the center, do whatever you like with it. I'm sure you're pretty familiar with all that. You can resize the box however you like. You get the idea. I don't like that one. Anyway, next thing you might want to do is, I don't know, you might want to just put in some vocabulary words here. Explain what the area is. I am actually not going to do that because I don't want to waste up too much time. You could put in, next thing you could put in is maybe, let's see, let's add another item. We're going to add a text box. You could put in a small idea. One of the smaller ideas, as they say, chunking. Chunk it into small ideas. By doing this, you're going to make sure you cover all your bases during a formal observation. Hint, hint. Over here on the bottom, you saw that board was just saved, and I think it saves automatically about every 60 seconds. So, small idea, maybe a vocabulary box, but here's where it gets really neat. I would like to insert some media, and when you get to this piece, you search the media. I'm going to go with area, and it automatically sends up all of the Discovery Education videos for area, explaining what is area standard version. So I'm going to add that, add the selected resource. It will be right here for me. I usually also make my page longer a few times. It's one page isn't quite enough usually. One little. Oh, what happened? All right, so I'd like to make this a little larger. So some of the videos, once you hit play, will give you an option down here to expand the box to full screen. Some do not. There's no way to tell at this point. So that's kind of the basic idea of this, but there are a couple little neat things that you might want to know. One is here you could put a headline where you want another small idea. If you start a new text box and you want to look for a video outside of Discovery Education, you could open a new tab and maybe go to, oh, I have to move something here. I don't know if you guys can see that. Open a new tab, and I'm going to go to YouTube. Those videos aren't automatically loaded on that, so there's kind of a shortcut. And since I'm trying to do this quickly, I'm not going to look up a lot of the stuff. Math Antics area, this looks like a good one. And I'll hit pause because I don't want to see it. Double click on your mouse, copy the URL, go back to your Discovery Education, put it in here, paste it in, and then you'll have a live link to it. I'm going to exit that, move that to the center. Anyway, you can see your lesson's starting to develop here. You got your big idea, maybe your small idea. You might want to even, instead of a small idea or somewhere else in it, maybe, let's say down here, put another, let's just go ahead and do it. After that first video and in between that video, I want to put a turn. I'm going to have them, this is just a reminder to me to have them turn and talk. Okay, they know it's coming because they're going to see it on the Boardbuilder, on the board. And they're going to, maybe that's going to give them a little clue to start, pay attention, because you're going to ask them to turn and talk. Another cool thing I do is, well, I think it's pretty cool, is this is where you could put your rubric or your proficiency scale. One of the things I've been doing lately is have the students involved in developing the scale. It takes a little of the work off you. It also gets them to critically think about what it is they're doing. If they can delineate the proficiency between a beginner, an intermediate, and an expert, and articulate that and develop their own scale, I think it gets them thinking about the lesson and being a little bit more involved in the scale. Finally, this has not much to do with Boardbuilder, but I'd like to show you this website called Flocabulary. I just signed into it. I've been using it for a little bit of time, but I now have an account. It's a trial account for 90 days. If you'd like me to share it with you, I'm happy to do so. I may do so anyway. I want to see what they have a way of, they are finding all of our emails, and I don't want them. All right. There is a way to transfer this onto your board. I used to go through YouTube and drag it in. Now that I have an account, there's probably a different trick to it. I'll look for that later, and I don't know, maybe share that with you at a faculty meeting. All right, so once you get this far, you want to save your board, you hit save. You know what, I'm sorry to do this, but let me just show you this Flocabulary website. Actually, not the website, but what it is that they have. They have some kind of neat wraps for science, vocabulary things, math, all different kinds of things, current events and rap. I'm trying to look for one that I'm a little familiar with. Well, here, let's just do this one. I've never seen it, not sure what it is. It's the elements of a short story.
Check it out, yo. Yeah, setting, that's like where it's going down. Could be the train compartment, a castle, or a town. Could be the Arctic winter light to build a fire. The temperature's dropping, excitement's getting higher. Setting sets the scene so the scene seems set. Could be an Italian restaurant where we met. Setting gives us the where and the when. Could be modern day, the future, or way back when. Plot, character, conflict, theme. Setting, the 5 things that you're gonna be needing when you're reading or writing a short story that's mad exciting.
All right, so enough with that. But it is a pretty cool site, and I think it's definitely worth looking into. Anyway, appreciate your time. You want to hit save? I will see you in the hallway. Take care, guys.